So nothing else has been connected, so it's okay to connect this at this point. It's not going to move your elevator or anything. And as it boots up, it's going to do a sensor check. Now the first thing you should notice is that the LEDs are on your normally closed sensors. Now you may or may not see it on the video, but I have a light active on this bottom one but not the top one, and that's because my elevator is already in position. If I move the elevator, you should see each of the lights activate as it goes in front of the sensor. So the magnet that's on the elevator is activating each of the sensors, and that's the goal that you want. While you still have the power connected, use your manual control to move your elevator to the desired positions. And when you know for a fact that that magnet is actuating your Hall effect sensor, go ahead and permanently mount your sensor there. One thing to keep in mind is, like in this case, I'm going to set the elevator for the top floor, the exact position that I want. And what you'll do, really hard to control this a little bit at a time, but let's say that the elevator, this is where the second floor or the top floor is supposed to stop. What I'll do is I'll grab my sensor and I'll slowly move it from the top down until it activates. Right there, when it activates, that's going to be the spot where you want your elevator to be stopped. And of course, that's where you would mount that. Then you would go down to the first floor. And again, you'll want, as soon as that light turns on, wherever that elevator is at, that's where it's going to activate. But for the bottom floor, you want to slide it from the bottom up. Because remember, it's going to activate as it comes into the sensor. For the middle, that's a little bit different. You're using the same sensor for the top and the bottom. So what you will do is, as soon as it activates, you'll put a mark, go to the other side of the activation, and put a mark, and then center your magnet in between those two marks for the center. It's not going to stop exactly in the same spot coming from the top as it is from the bottom. It's going to have approximately ½ inch difference for the center, just because you're only using one sensor and one magnet. Now that we've tested each of the sensors and making sure that all of them are activating, we can go ahead and power down the controller. Okay, now I can unplug the power and we can move on to the next step.